Shalom, all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect by Shem Rachak Wadash. My name is Yahweh from Plaintables Camp. This is the apostles review. I believe he mentioned Elder Yashawamba's page or video. His video, this is the Apostle Tahar's page. Elders in Transit 3. You are really going to be tested. So either, we're going to be tested with a choice to, get the implant, to agree to something, to sell someone out, snitch, tell, and either we're going to be, live and be protected by the angels, or we're going to be put to death. So we don't have a choice in the matter. Whatever happens, it's going to happen. You are really going to be tested. All right, we either of the elect or we aren't. So let's listen a little bit what the apostle has to say.
Video right here. I didn't get a chance to see the whole video, but I saw some of it. It was put up actually 4 days ago. I saw some of it. I've seen the whole thing. So anyway, it says America is building these secret facilities in all 50 states. Why? And Revelation 2:10 came to mind. Revelation 3:10 came to mind. And Daniel chapter 12 verse 1 came to mind. Also, when you go to Daniel chapter 1, matter of fact, even in the blue letter even tells you, when you go to Daniel chapter 1, 12 verse 1, and you go to the blue letter, which I'm going to do, it mentions a bunch of scriptures. It mentions one of the precepts. The commentary mentions is Jeremiah 30 verse 7. So in Daniel chapter 12 verse 1, it doesn't say Jacob's trouble, but it actually says Jacob's trouble in Jeremiah 30 verse 7. And part of that trouble is the test that we're going to be tested. Revelation 3 verse 10. And this thing that happened 3 years ago, it was a test. And based upon that test, the whole world was tested, by the way, because the WHO was involved. So it's a world thing. It's not a regional thing, just the Americans or Canadians. It was a whole planet. It was a worldwide.
Yeah, it was a test, and a lot of people failed. Now, it wasn't the final test, but that's a huge implication on whether you want to submit to what the system says, what the beast system tells you to do, and it's a transgression of the law's transgression of Yahushai's law. Take marks. All right, so that was just a test. That wasn't the mark, but the mark is coming. And it may be delivered in a similar fashion. Some type of world crisis. Well, it's definitely going to be some type of world crisis. But it may be, the med sin thing, or sin med, or maybe something else. Maybe a natural disaster that causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bound, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. That is MOTB. All right. You're going to be tested. You got useful idiots making comments in a comment board, and they don't even show their face. Like, what test is he going to pass? He ain't going to pass it. He or she is going to take the implant, because the best thing about them is they can throw an insult at you, all right, or point something out that has nothing to do with the video. All right, these are useful idiots. All right. Well, they're useful for now, and then the Yahweh Shai gonna get rid of them during the time of martial law, and then if martial law don't get them, then the nuclear hellfire going to get them. This is Luke 14. We are going to be tested in 27, and whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. When you look up cross, you got 47:16. It means being exposed to danger. That's endure. Hold on. Exposure to death, i.e. self-denial. All right, so if you're exposing yourself to death, people see your face. All right, you're in public. You got stodios. All right, which is a cross. All right, but when Yahweh Shai said bear your cross, he means you're in public. You take the risk of being imprisoned, at risk of being tortured, at risk of being put to death. All right. And you're denying certain pleasures in this world, becoming rich. All right. Getting the best of everything. You might have only out of 20 things, you might have only mediocre in the middle of like 2 things. All right. But which proves that you're not a man or a person of the Lord, you're not bearing the cross. All right. We're going to be tested as the apostle is going in the video. I'll leave the link to his video in the description box. Good video. All right. We have to bear our cross. All right. When we go out and preach, when we do these videos, we are bearing the cross. All right. It doesn't mean get a damn gold or silver chain and put a cross on it. It means being exposed to danger, being visible. All right. So every week we go out and we prophesy. The prophecies in this book give you morals, maximums, ideas, and prophecies. All right. The center is the Holy Spirit. That's what we learn from. That's what gives us the wherewithal to continually do it every single week. Exposing our face, our name, all right, in public. See, but a actual coward, he'll just type on the keyboard. An actual coward will just thumbs down the video or thumbs up it if he's not, in the faith or an actual supporter. And if you're a man and you believe you're a prophet, you should be out there on the streets bearing your cross. All right. But a useful idiot, he'll be on a comment board making a comment, pointing out something that has nothing to do with the video. Luke 14:28, for which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first to count the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Yeah. Well, what's the end of talking shit on a comment board? Pointing something out that has nothing to do with the video. What's the end of that? All right. The end of what we do, we building a tower, is we receive the kingdom of heaven and we're preserved from the hellfire, the nuclear hellfire. All right, that's we finished building the tower. We're saved. All right, and we're counting the cost of that. We're bearing a cross, counting the cost of talking shit, pointing out things that have nothing to do with the video. Is you didn't really weigh the matter of your actions. All right, sitting on your talent. What's the point of learning a little bit and not doing anything with it? As it was written, they hid their talent in a napkin. All right. Whether he hath sufficient to finish it. Yeah. What's the end of it? Yeah. The end of the ministry is to continue. All right. Keep building every single day, adding something. All right. Less happily after he hath laid the foundation. You started talking shit. All right. Or you started going out and preaching. You started studying. All right. And is not able to finish it. All right. So it's no profit in talking shit. All right. And is not able to finish it. all that behold it began to mock. Yeah, is that comment? Is that you're scoffing? What is it going to lead to? Can you finish it? 'Cause this is when Yahushua is making this parable. This is a general spirit that he's putting out there. Now it's talking about, you know, being in the faith, not falling out, but you can apply this to everything in your life. Whether you start a class, start a school, relationship, are you counting the cost to bring it to full fruition and bring it to an end? All right. Less happily after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish it. The only way we're going to survive is by the power and strength of that we are of the elect. There's nothing else. There's no amount of mental conditioning, no amount of practice that's going to get us through this, through the time of Jacob's trouble. Now you shit talkers, you're just going to melt. All right, you're going to get iron put to your dome and you're going to melt. All right, so I made that point there. Let's see, a few more minutes of the apostle, then we'll close the lesson out.
And so you had people get nervous and come on my common boy and come on other apostles and bishops and even the elders. Is this the Revelation 13, 16? And we would either say no or, well, that's one more reason not to take it, you know, whatever the case may be. But we knew that that wasn't it. Even though they said if you don't get the jump and you got to get a card that you got the jump in order for you to go to restaurants. I remember when they really did what they did.
Yeah, so when that experimental drug that they gave out was at its height, it was like, yeah, wait a minute, the buying and the selling thing, it was like, well, this is looking close to it. Well, we know, it's not. You can't you take those drugs and then buy and sell. But it was looking very close, but it was not it. It is not it. All right. It's beyond just taking drugs. All right. It's that it's an actual device that's going to go inside your body that they're going to say, well, if you don't have this, you could be, you're a risk. You could be a T word. You could be, it's unsafe. You need to register. So that's going to be the device, the centerpiece that's going to allow you to get access to goods and services. So you need to have that device to get access to buying and selling. Revelation 13, 15 on down. So if you comply with that system, with whatever system or government you in, they're going to implement that. If you're in a first world, third world country and they got electricity and roads that connect, you are more than likely going to be offered that temptation. All right. And it's only by the spirit of Yahushua that we're going to be able to resist in the face of it actually happening, when goods and services are actually cut off 100%. And the only way you can access them is through their device. That's the actual test.
The down. I remember we going down. This had to be 2021, beginning of 2021, maybe somewhere in between 2020. We went down to Manhattan. We drove down there, myself, the other apostles, and the bishop, Issachar-He. We went down to Manhattan. And everything, there was no traffic. You might have seen a taxi go by, seen a couple of cars. It looked like a ghost town, for real.
Right. Yeah, I was delivering from laboratories, delivering that thing to, testing centers to laboratories at the time. And yeah, I remember going through Manhattan, like, whoa, no car. I've never experienced Manhattan like that before. Well, this when I first started driving to Manhattan anyway. Long Island City, Brooklyn, getting through the Lincoln Tunnel, Holland Tunnel like it was nothing. Literally just driving through during the rush hour like it was nothing. All right. Well, no, actually, I started going to Manhattan before that. I had a previous job that took me into Manhattan. But that was a sign. That was a precursor for things to come. All right. Some crisis is going to happen where they're going to say this is the best option that they can implement to secure whatever is going on at the time. And it could be through drugs, it could be through some type of tea attack, it could be through domestic tea-ist, so.
You will be tested. Oh, there's a precept I forgot to go to. That's, let me come back one. This is the detention centers. You're going to be tested too. For none of those things which thou shalt suffer, behold, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. And the thing that you're going to suffer is the MOTB. If you don't take it, you can't register your car. You can't buy nothing from the store. You can't have a house to live in unless the Most High provide you with something. And that's what we're looking to. Many of brothers had dreams about how the angels gave us food. It says, behold, the devil, which is the physical counterpart, shall cast some of you into prison. Some of you shall also be beheaded. Revelation 20:4. That ye may be tried or tested, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days for a certain segment of times until you pass. Okay, you pass the test. Now bless him. Be thou faithful unto death. Some of us will be put to death by guillotine. And I will give thee a crown of life. You're going to get the kingdom. And you don't got to die on this side. See, Israelites that don't make it, they're going to die on this side, but they're going to come back as newborn babies. You want to be in your body as a grown man, and you want to go right into the kingdom. You want that change to come.
All right, that's the best thing. It's not to experience a second death. All right, not to experience a second death. So, I believe what the apostles going into 2:10, Revelation. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give you the crown of life. So the majority of us are not going to be put to death. The majority of us are going to be saved in the flesh. All right. If we are the elect, we'll be saved in the spirit. We'll come back in the spirit when the other elect are beamed to the fathership. And we will all look down, Yahushua Rajah, at Babylon, America being destroyed. All right. You can go to the second chapter, a message to Smyrna. The 11th verse. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. That's the nuclear hellfire. All right, that's America, Babylon, America, being on fire, being completely engulfed in flames, and it looks like a lake on fire from the view above, from space, looking down. The elect is going to be looking down at Babylon, America, burning on fire, burning pitch, tar. All right, and all the Israelites and heathens are going to be suffering, and then their soul is going to be released into the spirit world. All right, they're not going to be burning for eternity in the lake of fire. They'll be released. All right, so we will be tested. It's not going to be something where it's easy business as usual. We're actually going to be tested with our faith, going to be tested. They're going to put a strain on our family situations, food, health, mental state. It's going to be all encompassing, that our temptation. So the only way we're going to survive that is through Yahweh-Shai's Holy Spirit, not of our own selves, as it is written, not of works. It's no amount of work you can do, or which is a law or righteous act. Doing good, being in behavior, understanding things. It's only by, if we are the elect, it's only by Yahweh-Shai's Holy Spirit that we're going to be filled with the power to resist. So when we resist Yahweh-Shai Ratazah, it's not of our own selves. It's because we've been given that gift of faith. All right. I'll leave that there. The Apostles video, I'll leave in the description box. Hope you were edified. Shalom.